It's just a joke. Have you ever heard this phrase? Think about the last time you heard it. It's just a joke is the reaction I get when I speak up against a sexist comment. Every time this happens, it makes me feel incredibly angry and disappointed at the same time. Angry because I can't believe they're saying these things about me and other girls, and disappointed because I wish I didn't have to defend myself from my peers and sometimes even my friends. As you just heard, I use the term sexist, but I want to talk more about the term misogyny. Now, many of you are probably thinking, what is misogyny? Well, misogyny is a form of sexism, specifically the hatred of women. Miso stands for to hate, and gyny stands for women. Many boys in particular fail to notice how hurtful these comments can be. These comments must stop. Let's take a moment to reflect. Have you ever said anything misogynistic or sexist? Later, did you apologize for it because it was hurtful? Or did you hear someone else say something misogynistic and you didn't stand up for them? Sometimes misogyny isn't that easily spotted. A few examples of misogynistic comments are, if a boy cries or is dramatic about something, somebody else tells them, "Don't be such a girl." Believe it or not, many people see girls as weak, pathetic, overly dramatic, and hysterical. They may even think everything feminine is something to be looked down on or be ashamed of. Unfortunately, I could rant forever about these comments, but I want to talk more about the influence of social media on young boys and teens. I feel extremely strongly about these toxic men seen on social media because of the disgusting stuff they say and said. For instance, a quote of a shockingly popular influencer who said things like, "Once a man marries a woman, the woman becomes the man's property." Or, "Women belong at home to cook, clean, and take care of children. They're not physically able to do work as men do." These are just two of many horrible comments said by influencers. How can we open people's, especially boys' eyes, to make them realize what they're saying can be hurtful? Well, first think. Do you boys behave differently depending on if you're alone with a girl or with other boys and a girl? And have you girls seen this happen? One of the reasons why many boys behave differently with other boys is that they don't want to seem uncool in front of other boys, although they might feel it is wrong and what they're saying is offensive. I would like to encourage you boys to stand up to these comments, and even though you might fear of what others might think of you, but you know inside that that is the right thing to do. Even if it is a small remark, it can make a big impact, the same as you can make a big impact by standing up to one comment, because other boys are also scared to standing up to comments will think, hey, if he can do it, then I can do it too. The concept of standing up to misogynistic comments also counts in family situations. For instance, if a family member says something misogynistic, you go to them and say, "That's not okay to say." As a girl, what can you do if someone makes a misogynistic comment and then says it's just a joke to you? I'm sure that many of you have been in situations like this and didn't know what to say because other people might laugh at you or you were insecure about what they said. One of the examples in this scenario would be if a man said something like, "Men should do jobs related to hard work and strength, and women should do jobs related to housework." If someone says that to you, how should you react? Well, sometimes a boy is looking for a reaction, and sometimes they just want to seem cool in front of their friends. In the first case, you just ignore them. And in the second case, you go up to him and ask these following questions. Why are you saying these things? Do you really think this is funny? Do you even have any idea what you're talking about? In most cases, they don't know what they're talking about, or they think they're being funny but don't know why it is funny to them. So, I ask all you boys to stand up for other people if someone makes a misogynistic comment to them. If you happen to say a misogynistic comment yourself, then ask yourself these questions. Do I think this is funny? Do I even know what I'm saying? Why am I even saying these things? Are the remarks I make hurtful? And I ask all you girls to do the same and stand up to yourselves as you would stand up to your friends. And remember to be caring. Thank you.